And welcome everyone to Laguna Seca this Monday evening for Odyssey Racing League's ACC Sprint Series and Mixed Class Mondays here, where you can use any car that you would please. This is round 3, like I said, around Laguna Seca. Really excited for today's race. It should be definitely a good one. Today we have 23 drivers, some in the Cup cars, some in the GT3 cars, some in the GT4 cars. So definitely excited to see what happens here today. Today on the mic, I have yours truly, Forza Abdul.
Hi everyone, how's it going?
So we will hop on board here now with, let's get to, oh my god, I forgot to download the liveries. Sorry boys, that sent me liveries. Specifically,
Okay.
Abul, sorry. Hop on board with DeRosso here, who is just now starting his lap down into turn 1 here, downhill braking zone. Through the Andretti hairpin of turn 2, down into the fast right-hander of turn 3. DeRosso sporting a clean Audi with the purple and yellow on here. Coming through here into turn 5. Down this back straight into turn 6, which leads into the Rahal straight here. Rahal straight. Going through turn 7 here and down the corkscrew. The most interesting part of this track here. Coming around turn 9 now. Through turn 10 and then into the really deep braking zone of turn 11 right before the pit entry. As he gets a little squirrely there on the brakes coming across the finish line here. And he will set a 1:26.977. As we'll get on board with Boba Fett here, aka Richard. Coming through turn 4 just then. Down into turn 5 here. With DeRosso slowly on his back. I'm not sure if DeRosso is still on a flyer or not. Through turn 6 here. Down the Rahal straight. Into the all-important corkscrew section. As Richard is into the wall there through that corkscrew. The corkscrew, you will lose a lot of traction going through there. So that's definitely a part of the track where you want to be careful going through there. As we'll get on board here with Enrago, a.k.a. Flores, who is just starting his lap, coming around turn 4 here. And while we're watching Enrago, we'll go ahead and state the fact that there's a lot of Porsches.
Porsche.
Yeah, that's what I said, Porsches on track. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Porsches on track currently. You got Karpinchik and Moore in the Chevys. You got Buckley and DeRosso and Rise in the Audis. You got Flores and Depew both in the Aston Martins, and Blythe in the Aston Martins. You got Castells and Epp both in the BMWs, and then the lonesome Mercedes AMG of Cecil. As Enrago will cross the line, and he will go 7th fastest with a 1:28.152. So he's about 3 seconds off the pace. Blythe sets up blazing 1:25.452 in the Aston Martin.
क्या कर रहा? क्या चाहिए? Ooh, slow. I'm in the middle of some. Good.
We'll hop on
Okay,
board here
go.
with Richard again, who looked to get through the corkscrew there that time.
Yeah, what up? So
Through
pick
turn
your
10
channel.
here and down the straight here into the hard braking zone of turn 11. Let's see what Richard can put up.
Okay, legend. Tell me.
He will put up a 1.
It's fun.
Put up a 127.5. So
No, it's fun. My legend. That's my. Don't worry.
go to Epp, who's 1.2 seconds up on his time as he's coming through turn 11 here now. And for anyone that's curious, we are letting the GT3 cars go first, and then we will let the GT4 and Cup cars go out at 15 minutes left, and I will show you guys the time here. Let's see. Go here.
Come on, man.
So you got 22. Forza is currently iRacing for anyone that's curious.
Sorry.
Get on board with Castells here. He is currently 3/10 up on his time in the BMW. And he will come into the pits. Richard is 3/10 up on his time as well. He looks like he is on a flyer in that Porsche. As he's coming around turn 11 here. Down this straight. And Richard's going to cross the line with a 127.295. As Cecil goes fastest with a 124.930. So an absolutely rapid lap with a purple sector 1 and 3. For anyone who was not in the podcast, we had a big announcement, really cool one. Actually, we just dropped our ORL merch line. So if you want to check out the merch, go ahead and click that link in the chat. We're all very excited about it. We'll get on with Cecil, who's Cecil's 2/10 up on his time. Hop on the front side of his Mercedes here. Coming down through turn 10 here. Down through turn 11 here. Down the straight. 5/10 up on his time. He's going to cross the line with a 124.452. Solid lap from him. Very, very quick. That currently puts him a second clear of P2. Hop on board with Rise here, who is in the Audi and is 8/10 up on his time. A really good rotation of the car through that corkscrew section. Coming around here through turn 10. Down through turn 11. Almost a second and a half up on his time, so he's going to set a flyer here. He will cross the line with a 125.940. So good lap from Rise there. That will put him up into P5. We'll get on board with Mr. Ben Depew here. 4/10 up on his time. He is coming through turn 6 here down the... What is it? Rahal? What is it?
Graham Rahal. Like, it's
Rahal?
named after Graham Rahal.
Oh.
Yeah, IndyCar racer.
Through the corkscrew here for Depew. Good rotation of the car. He loses about a half a tenth there through that section, though, however. But gains time straight through that section. Now up 7/10 on his time, coming through turn 10. Loses some time into turn 10. Coming down into turn 11, hoping to gain those 2/10 back that he lost. And he looks like he is going to down the straight. He's going to cross the line with a 126.420, which will put him into P6. hop on board here with Harknett, who's coming across the line, and he will cross the line with a 126.497, which will put him into P8 as we're on board with Rise here, who is 7/10 up on his time currently. If he can keep this pace still, that will jump him up into P2 as he's coming through turn 11 there. And let's see where Rise puts this car here. He will go to P2 with a 125.260, so solid lap from him. Get on board here with DeRosso. Guac, ORL changing the game, ONG. Forza would agree with you. ONG.
ONG indeed.
DeRosso now 3/10 up on his time as he is coming down the Rahal Straight. I'm so bad with these names.
Rahal. Yeah, you good.
Down into the corkscrew for DeRosso here in his pimped out Audi as he gets through that corkscrew. Really clean rotation of the car there, so solid stuff from him. However, did lose a little time through turn 9 there as he's coming down through the right-hander of turn 10. Will be 2/10 up on his time. He needs to get out of this last corner really, really well if he wants to put up any chance of jumping up a couple spots, as he's now 5/10 up on his time. Loses some time coming out of the corner. It doesn't look like he's going to jump up to P4, and he does not. He sets a 125.485, which is only it's only 33 hundredths. Audi. It's Audi. You're right. Spoozer, listen. I see that Twitch Prime icon. Go ahead and click your subscription button, see if you got a free one. As we're here with Harknett, who is even on his time. Coming through turn 5 here. He's staying around that even spot here, so we'll see. Yes, sir, Spoozer. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, my guy. And I will now pronounce it Audi from now on, just because you subbed. Harknett now down, went really deep in that corner and will lose a lot of time there through that corkscrew. And we will hop on board with Ben Depew here now, about to cross the line here, and he's currently 2/10 up on his time. Let's see if that will put him up into P3 as it should. And it does not for some reason. Night Vine, thank you for the gifted subs to CM Kuza.
Yo, Nate, dude, you made me fucking crash. You ended my race. Let's go at least. What happened? Go ahead.
Pew now 3/10 up on his time as he is going into turn 5. 6/10 up on his time now. Ben, got a little snap there and will go off track and get his back right wheel in the dirt, and that will put him to 5/10 over his delta. So I think he's going to possibly pull out of this lap as we'll hop back on board with Harknett here, who is 2/10 up on his time down the Rahal straight here into the corkscrew of turns 7 and 8. Let's hop on the front end with him coming through the corkscrew as he goes deep again through there. That is the second time in a row that he's gone deep through that section. As it is now time for the GT4 and Cup cars to come out now. So the GT3 cars will now go into the pits, and that is their qualifying up. Kuza, thank you for joining us. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hop on board with one of our lovely league admins and co-founder of the league, Fizzy Bubblek. We'll hop in the car with him. See what he does on a day-to-day basis, as I believe he is in the Cup car. Yeah, definitely the Cup car. They sound so sweet, though. As I'll switch back into broadcast mode, because I like this view much better. I can see everything. Everyone on their out lap currently. And I think Ben gets to finish this lap, possibly, maybe? Does he cross the finish line before 15 minutes? So if that's the case, he's 3/10 up now. Beta, I'm sorry if I cursed you, dude. I didn't mean to. That's Fizzy now, stopping before turn 11 here, trying to heat up his tires and give the car in front of him space. As Fizzy will now start his lap here, we'll hop on in the helicam here, coming down the back straight here, the start-finish straight down into turn 1. The downhill braking zone into the Andretti hairpin of turn 2 here. Fizzy does not have a lot of time in this Porsche Cup car, so we shall see what happens here. It's very squirrely, no traction. Very quick though, if you can get used to the. Harknett is 3/10 up on his lap. I'm sorry. Fizzy now coming around turn 5. Now we'll hop on board as it's going down the Ray Hall straight into the corkscrew. We'll hop on the front end of his car to see him going through this corkscrew in the Cup car here with no traction. Let's see what happens as he gets through it, and he gets through it very cleanly. So big ups to Fizzy there. Good rotation of the car there. Hey, Rise, you had a banger of a lap, dude. That was a solid lap. Yeah, Cecil is going insane, dude. Coming through turn 11, breaks deep. Fizzy goes deep into that corner here as Fizzy will cross the line with a 1:28.397. Hop on board with, let's see who's on a valid lap. We'll see one of our beautiful admins, Joel Price here, coming across the line now in the Porsche. Let's see what he sets. He's going to cross the line with a 1:33.837. So these cars seem to be very difficult to handle. We'll stay on board with Joel here as he is the self-proclaimed quote-unquote purple is my color. So Joel's a big purple guy, if you guys couldn't tell. Joel here joined the admin team a couple days ago, and we're all very happy to have him. We'll hop on board here with Matt K here in the other. I think there's about 6 Porsche Cup cars on the track right now. They all convinced each other to drive them together in this, so should be an interesting one tonight. As Matt now right on the backside of someone. Who is that? That's in the Camaro. That's more in the Camaro, or is it? Nope. Matt seems to be handling this car pretty well, I'd say. That was Sergey. Sergey's in the Camaro. Matt now coming down the corkscrew. Let's see if he's got good. Ooh. Gets through the corkscrew real well. Matt is flying currently. Through turn 10 here. Down through turn 11. Let's see if he can get on the gas early and get through this. As he crosses the line with a 1:29.917. Decent lap from him. Hop on board with Yip here. Mr. Eric Yip in the yellow Porsche Cup car. Ooh, and he goes wide, and he is off there. Touches that dirt, and he's going to lose a lot of time. He was 4/10 up on his lap there. Hop on board with Mr. Joe Kaiser here, coming through the corkscrew in the other Porsche Cup car here. Gets through there well, gets good rotation in the car. Is currently 3/10 up on his time, so if he can make this stick, he's going to hop up a couple spots. It's probably around P9, I would say. However, loses going through turn 10 there. Now only 1/10 up on his time, coming down through turn 11 here. Gets the car rotated well and gets out of that corner really, really well. He's going to gain a lot of time there, as he will cross the line with a 126.875 for Mr. Joe Kaiser. So solid lap from him, as we'll hop on board with Nightshade here. Currently almost 2/10 up on his time. However, has a Camaro in front of him, who I believe is Mr. Moore. No, and that's through the, and he is off there, as Moore might have impeded that lap. But that is for the stewards to decide, as we'll hop on board with my lovely teammate, ex-teammate now actually, Mr. James Cummings. Currently 2/10 up on his time, coming around through turn 5 there. Hop on his front end here now, 7/10 up on his time, coming down the Ray Hall straight.
There you go.
Down, down into the corkscrew of turns 7 and 8 here for James. Let's see if he can get good traction with the car here, as he does there. Good rotation there of the car. Now currently a second up. If he can make this stick and stay on this one, he will hop up into P14. Coming around now, turn 10, down this straight into the hard braking zone of the left-hander of turn 11 here. As he will lose a little bit of time there. He didn't get the braking point right. However, we'll cross the line with a 128.427, which will hop him up one position up into P16, as we'll hop back on board with Eric Yip in the Porsche. The yellow Porsche. Is this mac and cheesy or what? Coming down now into turn 11 here, and he goes deep there out of that corner. Let's see if he can gain it coming out. He's going to lose about 4/10 coming out of that corner, and we'll cross the line with a 127.147, which will not be enough to jump up any spots, as we'll get back on board with James and Kaiser now. And James is off there into the wall, as you can see.
Oh,
there.
no.
Kaiser was right on his back, and they were both on hot laps there, so just unfortunate for them.
Good thing it's only quality.
So we'll hop on board here with John Green in the Porsche, as well, as he is about even on his Delta right now. Now he just improved his Delta. Trying to climb up here, coming through turn 5 here. In, yes, you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, the Porsche Cup car. Hop on board, coming down into the corkscrew of turn 7 and 8 on the front end. Look at that view. Oh, man. He lost that one, didn't he? Sheesh. Hop on board here with Fizzy Bubblek.
Who?
Who?
That's unfortunate for James, because he was coming.
No pun intended. Guys, be sure to join the Discord if you're not already. Also, check out the social media, and as well as our new merch line that just dropped about an hour and a half ago that we're all excited about. Busy now through the corkscrew here, and he's off.
No, he went the wrong way.
My man was Matt now 1.5 seconds up on his time, so he's flying. And anyone that is interested in racing in these series or any of our other tiers / divisions of the ACC division, Matt gets a good rotation through there. You can join the simracing.gp community, as I just linked it in the chat as well. And big ups to all 4 of our sponsors up in the top right corner, or partners: Track Titan, Rogue Energy, Sim Racing GP, which is, whoa, and Matt loses it into turn 11, touches the dirt there, and spins out. And Esports Furniture. As you can see here, Matt just loses the car going into the dirt here. Just gets a little bit of touch on the dirt right there and loses it. We'll get back on board with Fizzy Bubblek, who is currently 4/10 up on his time. Busy now coming through turn 5 here. 7/10 up on his time. If he can make this 7/10 stick, he's going to jump up a lot of positions, I think. Up. Or no. Sorry, I can't do math. He's going to jump up 1 spot to P14. Do the corkscrew for Fizzy here. Gets the good rotation of the car there, as you can see through the corkscrew. So much better than last time. Now almost a second up on his time. If he can make this one stick, he's going to get really, really close to P13. However, I don't think he's going to grab that unless he can absolutely put down a perfect turn 11 as he gets good rotation in the car and does get out of that corner really, really well, but will invalidate that lap.
Yeah, it was just a little bit too far.
Up on board here with Chandler Beeson coming down here into turn 11 here. Let's see what he can do. And, yep, in the Porsche. Through turn 11 here, 1.2
Very
seconds.
good. In fact, you could probably stretch that a little bit more.
He's going to cross the line with a 127.477. Solid lap there from Chandler.
Not bad.
We'll put him up
I believe
in
that is
P14.
In the yellow, is that our last year's season champion?
It is not.
Oh.
He's not racing tonight. Nakajisi is not racing tonight, and Nightshade now currently 1.4 up if he can make this corkscrew stick in that cup car.
Has been the bane of a lot of people's existences.
Especially in the cup cars with that no traction. It's very tough.
Exactly. And unfortunate. Just carrying too much speed out of it.
And he's out.
Yeah.
That will be an invalidation. He needs to not impede on the backside of him. Fizzy now on another hot lap. As I'll show you all the time left. There is currently 1 minute and 52 seconds left in this session as Fizzy coming down into the right-hander of turn 10 here. A second up on his lap. Now down into turn 11 here. Gets that car rotated through there and almost does the same thing as last time, but he does not. He's going to cross the line with a 127.115, which will put him up into P13. Solid lap there from Fizzy as we'll hop on board with Sergey here in the Camaro. No, the Chevy. Yeah, Camaro. Yeah. Sergey now is going to cross the line with a 133.732. Hop on board with John Green here in the Porsche. He is the leader of the Porsches currently, of the Cup cars. His current time is a 126.450. And almost a 10th up on his lap, coming here down into turn 5. As we'll hop inside the car with him. Through turn 6 here. Down the Ray Hall straight here.
There you go.
Down the corkscrew up turn 7 and 8. And he gets that car rotated, however, will invalidate through that section there. And we'll hop on board here with Cody Moore in that Chevy Camaro, who just crossed the line with a 134.455. And I believe, is Nightshade in the Cup car? Yeah, he is. Is Joel in the Cup car? Yeah. I think Sergey, Moore are in the GT4 cars, I believe. And that will be the end of qualifying here as we will jump to interview. Grab a couple people and pull them in here and see what they have to say about it. Busy, you're live. How'd you feel about the Cup car?
Hi, babe.
All right, Fizzy is unavailable. We'll toss him back in here. Let's pull in James. James, you're live. How'd you feel about the Cup car?
I'm fucking qualifying.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Oops.
Oh, he's not in yet. That doesn't have the P. Nice shot, Tyler.
Oh, Matt's qualifying too. I'm not going to pull him in either. Oops.
You want me to pull in someone random?
I'm qualifying. We'll talk to Richard. Richard, you're live.
Nice.
How'd you feel about quali?
I felt pretty all right. It's kind of entertaining having it in the background and then hearing you guys talk about how well my lap is going. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, sick, I'm doing well, I'm doing well. And then all of a sudden I start losing like focus, and I'm like, oh no, that's a wall. Um, but yeah, I feel good about it. Like I think I was doing a bit better than expected.
Yeah.
My practice times were about a second slower, and then a couple days ago I was even like 2 seconds slower than that. So
There you
I'm
go.
getting better.
P9. Good result. So best of luck to you in the race, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
We now have
I'm
Fizzy
live.
in
I
here.
can
He is
proof.
live now. How'd you feel about quali in that Porsche Cup car?
These cup cars are fantastic to drive. They are squirrely. I invalidated a few laps just trying to catch that oversteer, but ultimately, it's pretty dang fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are currently in P13, so up there with the Cup car users.
I think I'm like P3 out of the cup car users,
Yeah.
right?
So
At least
yeah,
I was.
definitely a solid run there.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
So best of luck to you in the race and come out victorious.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, let's pull in Joel. Joel, how'd you feel about quali? You're live. All right, Joel, good talk. Thank you. All right. As I'll take a minute to talk about our sponsors here. Thank you to Track Titan. It's a telemetry tool that allows you to see where you're gaining and losing time on tracks. It's currently compatible for F1 and AC. They are currently coming out with an ACC compatibility for it, hopefully in the summer. We have a lot of cool things planned in the future for them, with them, as far as co-hosting stuff and whatnot. So you can use code ORL 3 months, the number 3. Again, ORL 3 months for 50% off a plus or premium subscription. The plus comes with the telemetry tool, and the premium subscription comes with the telemetry tool as well as weekly personalized coaching plans, which you can use the race plan or the general plan. The general plan is just where you can gain time, and the race plan is where you are able to actually take a track and use Discord link is invalid. All right, I'll check it out. Yeah, it's where you sorry, hang on, let me check this out real quick. You choose a track basically, and it tells you your setup, where you're gaining time, where you're losing time, and where you can pass on track and whatnot as far as that goes. Our next sponsor is Esports Furniture. You can use code Odyssey Racing League for 10% off. It's got things like desk, chairs, mice, keyboards, etc. So, yeah. So thank you to all our partners, and this is being hosted on simracing.gp. Into the live stream here. Arctic Polar Wolf, thank you for the follow. DJ MGX, thank you for the follow. I don't know why the Discord link's invalid. That doesn't make any sense to me. Is it because it doesn't say HTTPS, I guess?
Oh, cars are off.
Yeah, Forza, if you want to run through the lineups.
I can see them. That is correct. All right, so top to bottom, we have R. Cecil in the Mercedes, Chris Rice in the Audi, S. Buckley in the Audi as well, David Blythe in the Aston Martin, our own resident Diarasso in the Audi as well, number 55, Germany representing. Ben DePew in the Aston Martin, he's number 12. C. Castellas in the BMW, and he's the only BMW out of several until we get to App at the bottom. Jay Green in the Porsche. Ryan Harknett, as you just talked to him, Boba Fett, one of our commentators, he's also in the Porsche. Jake Heiser in the Porsche. Robbie Daniel, sort of Asian, one of our normal ACC drivers, is also in the Porsche. And then we have A-App, as I mentioned, the only other car in the BMW. Fizzy Bubblek, one of our league admins, he's also in the Porsche Cup car. And then we have Eric Yip in the Porsche car. Our own 16-year-old resident, Jay Flores, in the Aston Martin. We have Chandler Beeson in the Porsche. James coming on you on the Porsche. And we have somebody who's spun, actually, and it's someone in the yellow. spun and took out one of the marker boards. But it looks like he's back on track. And then we have Matt K, one of our league admins, in P18. Nightshade in P19 in the Porsche. Joel Price, one of our ACC admins, he's in the Porsche number 69. I do love the choice. Sergey Kaprinchek is one of the OGs of ACC in this league. He is in the Chevy Camaro. Interesting choice. But Seymour behind him is also in the Chevy Camaro. We have people all over the place just trying to get through the formation lap. I don't know why that's such an issue. And then A. Vieira, which I'm just going to call Arthur. Arthur Vieira is in the Mercedes number 38.
Of course, if you click on the Discord link in the chat, does it work? The Twitch chat?
Where is it?
It's in the Twitch chat. Can you click on it, see if it works for you?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Invalid invite.
What? That's so weird. Okay, I'll fix that later. We're about to go green here. See, that works. That's weird. As we're green here, and we're lights out and away we go here at Laguna Seca. As we're down in turn 1, Cecil gets a really solid jump there out of the gun and will stay in P1, as Rise will stay in P2, Buckley P3. You got the Russo in the Audi up into P4 from P5, and there's someone off in the back there. And there's literally carnage.
Yo, it's carnage. It is carnage.
What is happening?
There's a few Camaros. We have an Aston Martin, a Ferrari, and it's all over the place.
Oh my god.
Fortunately, I do believe our own James Cummins was part of that. I don't know what part.
We'll get back on board with the top runners here. Does that link, was that a never expiring link?
Yes.
It is never expiring. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. I don't know why that doesn't work. It's stupid.
Yeah, not easy. Do you know how I can move around as a spectator?
Are you in game?
Yes.
If you hit F2, I think. Yeah, if you hit F2,
cool.
you can look at everything. We'll hop on board here on the front side of the Rosso, who's trying to chase down Buckley. Coming out of turn 11 here, really solid. You got that, DJ? It works. Yeah, we have our own custom URL and it doesn't work for some reason. Oh, that's why.
I figured it out. So.
That's why, because we lost the boost.
What the heck? Oh, someone's off. It is someone in the blue.
That's Ben Depew off.
Oh no, Ben. Brian Harknett right on the back of Izzy Bubblek. In fact, I think he's trying to make a move here. 8th into 7th.
Sorry, chat. I am trying to fix this link, and I believe that I just did.
James is back in the 9th. Good for him.
All right, let's see if that works. Does it work? What?
Ooh, Matt almost came real close to being punted by sort of Asian Robbie Daniel. But it looks like Robbie backed out and it's lost some ground. In fact, Matt is right on the back of Jay Price. And he's going for it. Oh, and he touches Jay. Oh, and then he gets punted by Robbie Daniel. Oh, no. Matt hit Joel a little bit, but then just stopped in the middle of the track. And sort of Asian had nowhere to go, really.
That's tough for them.
And now he's going for the overtake.
He gets it done.
He does get it done.
Solid
He's got to
move.
watch out for the end around, though.
Solid move there from Matt.
No, he's going to keep that. That was a good move. As we have yellow flag somewhere, and that is Chandler Beeson who's off. P19. Unfortunate for Chandler, and even more unfortunate, Seymour in the Camaro is coming up on him.
There's a lot of people off here. Okay, DJ, that should work. If that doesn't work, I don't know what to tell you. All right, back to commentary here. As Matt up into P15 here. As you got Cecil absolutely running away with this. He's currently 3.4 gap.
And in his mirrors, James Cummins sees a 16-year-old Canadian was getting ever so closer.
They're also now chasing down Buckley for that P3 spot.
James is going to be patient. He's going to be patient, yes.
They're
Commendable to him.
They're also in Buckley now through the Andretti hairpin up turn 2 here, going down into turn 3. The fast right-hander. Let's hop on the bonnet of DeRosso as he's right on the backside of Buckley. Both Audis battling here as they're down into turn 4. Coming down this little stretch of straight down to the fast left-hander of turn 5 and down the Ray Hall straight. And awaits you at
we have
the end.
stop and go penalty.
It is a stop and go penalty for Ep there.
Oh no, that's his race is unfortunately over.
They're also now right on the backside of Buckley down the Ray Hall straight, and what awaits you at the end here is the corkscrew of turns 7 and 8 as we'll hop in the helicam and see what the corkscrew does for both drivers here. Buckley and DeRosso both get really good rotation of the car through that section, and DeRosso now only 4/10 back of Buckley here, trying to chase him down, coming around through turn 10 of this right-hander. Down in the hard braking zone of turn 11. Let's see if DeRosso can get a better exit out of here into turn 11 than Buckley will. And
Buckley's going to get trapped a little by Rise right in front.
He sure will. Now it's Rise, Buckley, DeRosso all battling for that P2 spot.
Buckley got a good jump on Rise as well.
As we'll switch to Buckley, so he's the middle car. We can see all cars in the helicam as we're now down into turn 2 of the Andretti hairpin, and Buckley gets a good exit out of there. However,
oh my God, they're all touching each other.
DeRosso now gets a little squirrely coming out of there, and we'll lose a little bit of time there. Now 7/10 back is going to try to catch up down through turn 3 here. Let's see if DeRosso can get the draft here coming down into turn 4. DeRosso falling back now just a touch. He pushed just a little too hard there, as you can see, and we'll hop on board now with Kaiser, James, Ben Depew, all battling. Now Flores, James trying to cover off his inside there of Kaiser and Depew, as Depew will pass Kaiser now, going side by side now into turn 4. As Depew's going to take that one and run away with that one now. Depew will be up into the points of turn P10 now. James now trying to chase down DeRosso now that he doesn't have to battle Depew and Kaiser here. As there's a 5-way battle now currently for P8, as you have Flores in the lead in P8, James Cummings in P9, Ben Depew in P6, or in P10, Kaiser P11, Richard Harknett in P12. Now everyone coming through the corkscrew here. Let's see if everyone gets through safety, and they do. Richard with a solid move through that corkscrew, as he was having issues before with it.
And a beneficiary of this Buckley Rise DeRosso battle, David Blythe, catching up slowly but surely because the others are fighting each other. We may have a 4-way battle for second place soon.
Yeah, that is definitely something that when you battle these cars, they don't get up as quick as other cars here. So getting them on their high horse is a little bit hard to do, and battling will definitely take away some time here. Now Ben Depew right on the backside of James here. We'll hop on board with him. James gets a little squirrely coming out of there. However, Kaiser now, as we hop on the bumper, as we hop on the wing now of Depew, you can see Kaiser right there, right behind him. Ben throws some dirt at Kaiser there, as we'll hop back on right in front of him, coming down through turn 4 now. James right on the backside of Flores now, coming through turn 5. Flores now right on the backside of Fizzy, or coming up. Nope, that's a lap car, I think. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Depew right on the backside of James. James trying to cover that one off, and Rago now coming through turn down the Ray Hall straight here, and Ben and James touching here. They're getting their elbows out, and James gets hit from behind and hits in Rago, and he spins out. James now off. Ben now through the corkscrew, and Kaiser as well through the corkscrew. James and Ben both touching and pulling their elbows out. However, Ben seems to come out victorious of that elbow battle now. Blythe now up into P4 from Rise. Also up into P3.
They're also pressured Rise into the second to last turn. Rise ends up going wide into the gravel, and Durasso and Blythe pick up a spot.
Jeez. Now Harknett and Vieira and James now battling for that P10 spot. Kaiser now still on the backside of Depew as Kaiser and Depew both get out of that battle with James and Richard and Enrago clean. So solid driving from those drivers as we'll hop on board with Vieira here as he looks to have a little bit of damage.
Yeah, he went wide, and that was not a pretty spot for him. He's going to lose a few spots here.
Yip here now, right on the backside. Here he is coming down this into turn 5, and he's going to take the inside line here. And Vieira tries to cover that one off there. Nope, that's turn 4.
Oh, somebody's slow.
Someone's...
Oh, that's Yip. That's App. That's App. Yip's got to be careful. He's not exactly had the cleanest driving record either.
Yip now coming down right on the backside of Vieira now. Down into turn 6 here. As Vieira gets a really solid exit.
I'm pretty sure that Vieira has damage.
Yeah, Vieira does have damage, I believe. Now
Pit window is open. Pit window is open.
Down in the corkscrew and the blue flag car. Oh, and Vieira's off. Yip now up into P2. So we'll hop on board here.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Just grabbed a little too much of that corkscrew.
Hop on board with John Green here, who's trying to chase down Rise. Rise falling back a lot of spots. As we got, oh, here we go. Fizzy, Kaiser, Ben Depew. Down the start-finish straight here. Down into turn 1. We see Ben is now in the lead, and Fizzy will get that move done on Kaiser. Good move from him up into P8 for Fizzy. Bubelek here trying to chase down Ben Depew.
Oh, well, Kaiser hits Fizzy. And Fizzy's going to go on the gravel.
Oh, no, that's going to lose a lot of time there for Fizz.
Yes, but the gentleman moved from him. Kaiser did not overtake him. Flash just likes to say sorry.
Very good, respectable driving there. As you have Castells, Beeson, Nightshade, Epp all in the pits now, taking their mandatory pits. Wait, is it a mandatory pit stop, right?
It is a mandatory pit stop.
We'll hop on the front bumper of Kaiser here, looking to chase down Fizzy. Fizzy gains a little bit of time there, coming through turn 6. Down the Rahal straight here, down into the corkscrew, as Fizzy's going to have a little trouble getting through here with no traction control of that Porsche, and they both get through there clean. However, Fizzy gets a really solid exit coming out of there. He's trying to chase down Ben Depew now, who is currently in P7. As we'll hop now on board with DeRosso, who's now only 9/10 back of Buckley now, and there is a Camaro in his way and getting blue flagged. So DeRosso has to be careful here, coming through turn 3. And DeRosso spins, and he's off, and he's off.
Epp also spins
and
Blythe, to get out of the way.
Blythe now up into P3.
Oh, wow.
DeRosso now will drop down to P4. However, he's got Rise right on the backside of him now, and his tires are probably a little bit hot. Rise now half a second back of P4. DeRosso now. Blythe now. Yeah, P3 will hop on board with Kaiser here, side by side with Fizzy Bubelek. Let's see, down through turn 3.
Oh, this is going to
Papa Thicko, thank you for the follow. We appreciate that. Now down through turn 4 here. Fizzy trying to cover off that inside here as we're going down this little straight to turn 5.
DeRosso moves over on Rise. Oh my God, they're going into corkscrew.
Oh, and Kaiser hits the back of Fizzy again now, and that's going to be a little bit of damage, I think, as Fizzy coming through turn 5 here. Down into turn 6 as we'll get on board with Fizz, and we'll actually hop on board with DeRosso, Rise, and Blythe all battling for P3. DeRosso has been driving very, very well tonight in that Audi.
Rise almost overtook DeRosso at the hairpin. It was crazy.
DeRosso now trying to get that draft from Blythe in that Aston Martin. He's driven really well tonight. DeRosso has in that
DeRosso
Audi.
Got a good stuff.
Gets a really good draft here.
Might be feeling it.
He is feeling it. He's looking to get into those podium spots now, down into turn 1, and DeRosso touches the backside of Blythe here, and he's not going to pull the gentleman's move. He's saying, later, I'm out of here, through the Andretti hairpin of turn 2. However, nope, he lets him go. However, loses that spot to Rise now for letting him pass. Now down through turn 3, as now we have Rise.
Bubelek on the... No, sorry, that's Jay Green.
Looking to make a move here on Blythe now, only 0.4 back to Rosso now, right on the backside of Rise, as you can see. down through turn 4 as Rise covers off that inside from DeRosso. Good solid driving defensively there from him. Now down the back straight, Rise gets off the dirt a little bit there. Nippy the Walrus, thank you for the follow. We appreciate it. DeRosso now down in through turn 6. And we'll be taking a trip down the Ray Hall straight down into the corkscrews of turn 7 and 8 here. As we'll see Rise and Blythe there, and Rise is off.
What a minute.
And Blythe now, and DeRosso up into P4, right on the backside of Blythe. Blythe tried to send it up the inside of Rise and lost it there. Guac said DeRosso wants a Guac special down the inside. Let's hop on the front wing of him and see if he can pull one off.
Loose.
Down through turn
James
11
and
here.
Ryan Hartnett going at each other right now.
We'll hop on board with them now. Down through the corkscrew. And Richard has to pull out of that one. We'll hop in the helicam here as now we got Yip right on the backside of Richard Hartnett. James will pull away from that one now up into P9. So much commotion going on. We'll keep on this one and we'll keep an eye on the DeRosso. However, DeRosso right now on the backside of Blythe. Coming down into turn 3 here. As you have Fizzy Bubbalek now right on the backside of... Wait, what? Was that Fizzy?
No.
Looks like Fizzy's car.
That's Jay Green.
Oh, okay.
Jay Green. Yeah.
Oh, that is Jay Green now. All right, we'll hop back up here with Hartnett and James here. Coming down into turn 1. Hartnett's going to try to go up the inside. James is going to cover that off. Hartnett's going to still try to go through of turn 2, the Andretti hairpin. Down through turn 3.
Contact, but not too bad.
Hartnett, Yip, James Cummings. The battle for P9 will continue here as we're down
I will keep an
into
eye on
turn
that while
4.
you shuffle around.
You want to keep an eye on DeRosso?
Okay.
That'd be solid. I'll call this one. Hartnett still on the backside of James as they're coming through turn 5 here. Hartnett gets a really solid exit out of there. James gets into the dirt there. We'll cover off that left side here. Now into turn 6. James covers off the inside really well. Hartnett goes a little deep there into that corner. However, we'll be going down the Ray Hall straight here. However, Yip gets a really solid exit coming out of turn 6 down the Ray Hall straight through the chicane of the hair corkscrew. Jesus. Yip now right in the backside of Hartnett. However, Hartnett now catching back up with James. Gets a really solid exit coming out of turn 9 here. Down into turn 10, the right-hander into the hard braking zone of turn 11. Let's see if Hartnett can get a really solid exit coming out of turn 11. Is right on the backside of James. Gives him a little bit of touch and pull us a pull out of that one. And this is going to be wide open for Yip now down the right side of Richard Hartnett. Let's see what happens here. Hartnett now covers off his inside, going down into turn 1. Let's see who the later breaker is. Down through turn 1, into turn 2 of the Andretti hairpin, and Hartnett will be the later breaker and pull through there. Will stay up into P10. Really solid defense there from Hartnett as Hartnett tries to catch back up to James here. Coming into turn 4 here.
I see what you did there. Unexpectedly, they're also falling behind David Blythe.
Yeah, I know. We'll hop on board with that battle here as we got... actually, just kidding. We got Yip and Hartnett now still battling.
Yeah, I would stay on the battle.
Yip, Hartnett, James, all battling for that P9 spot as we're through turn 6 down the Ray Hall straight again, down in the corkscrew. As I'll pull up the other HUD so you guys can see the time there in the bottom left-hand corner. Well, actually, one of our sponsors is covering it. There's 27 minutes, 22 seconds left. Oh, James gets not a very good exit there, and he's going to cover off that inside. Good defense from James again as we're coming down through into turn 11 here. This hard braking zone. Yip now right on the backside of Hartnett. Hartnett right on the backside of James here, and Hartnett has to pull out of that one. Doesn't want to touch him again, and that will lose him time. However, I think he was clear. He was going to get a good exit out of there. Yip now right on the backside of Hartnett trying to get this draft coming through turn 1 here, as you can see down into the Andretti hairpin of turn 2. Yip right on the backside of Hartnett. Hartnett seems to be getting better exits out of here than James has. Let's see, coming out of that turn 2 now. And they are now approaching a blue flagged car, and that is Sergey Karpinchik here. Let's see what this throws into the mix here now, and they're going to get blue. He's going to blue flag and pull out of the way. Good, solid racing from all drivers, but Sergey's going to go up the right side of James and lose it off the track there. As Harknett and James going side by side through another car down into turn 6. James pulls out there and covers off that inside into turn 6. Really solid defense there from James down the Ray Hall straight as James just absolutely sent it there into turn 7. Now down into the corkscrew here. James really solid driving, is a very, very good defensive driver, as I know from experience. Very, very solid on the defense. Will not give up that position very cleanly, as we got Jay Green now right on the backside of DeRosso here. And I'll hop back on with Harknett, who's on the backside of James still, as they're still battling through turn 10 there and down into turn 11. Let's see if Harknett will not be scared and not pull out of this one as he comes through the corner, and he gets a really solid exit. A better exit than last time. James now off that right side of the track just a touch. Harknett in that draft, coming down this start-finish straight through turn 1 here and into the Andretti hairpin of turn 2, and Yip has now fallen back 1.8 seconds, and they touch, and James will get, as they like to call the young kids, Yip tries to go for it, as James and the young kids like to call it, gets punted from behind, and James will start to pull away here. 1.3 now, or nope, sorry, 8.8 seconds now in front of Harknett. Yip now has caught back up to the pack here after that incident. Yip now 2.4 seconds back of Harknett as they're coming down into turn 5 here. This has been definitely a battle that is worth the watch, as we'll take a break from this one and hop back on board with DeRosso, who's now into the pits. DeRosso, you piss me off. Now through turn 6 of going down the back straight of the Ray Hall straight here. DeRosso's in the pits, so that will be his mandatory pit stop through the chicane of the corkscrew here. Ooh, Richard gets a really solid exit here. Really solid exit from Richard. Let's see what happens. James went a little deep there through turn 9 here. Richard up the inside of James, and he's going to lose it a little bit, and he holds on to that one as he's now through turn 10, and Yip now right on the backside of Richard as well. Yip is just waiting for the mistake. James now dives into the pits. Richard now will have that clean air. Now through turn 11 here, as Yip now right on the backside of Harknett will hop on the bumper of Yip here. Down this back start finish straight down into turn 1. Yip's looking up the right side of him here, of Harknett. He tries to pull a switchback. No, will pull out of that one down into the Andretti hairpin of turn 2 here. Solid rotation of the car here through that turn, and Richard will get a solid exit out of here. Now down through turn 3 here. Yep, now the only battle that's inside of a second here. 0.2 seconds will hop in. TV cam 1 here, as Yip now up into P9. DeRosso P10, and he is now back out on track. P10, and he pit. So that is a solid. I think he pit. Yeah, he pit.
He touched a little bit of gravel, though. Not a great exit out of the pits. What he did out of the pits. Joel Price out of the pits. He keeps his 17th place.
Joel struggling a little bit, it looks like, in that Porsche Cup car. As we're through the corkscrew here, Harknett and Yip. Harknett now got a yellow flag. What is that?
Oh,
he's off. Harknett's off. Harknett now down to P9. Yep, now up into P8. Hop on board here with, let's see, who do we want to hop on board with?
DeRosso's getting blue flagged by the leader, who has not yet pitted. It's unfortunate, actually, because he's going to lose time.
I don't know. I mean, you're the leader. What do you do here?
I mean, technically, you have the right to the blue flag.
All right, we'll hop on board with Joel here as Beeson sends one up the inside and gets that move done. Solid move there through turn 9.
A lot of cars coming out of the pits right now.
Cars, yep.
Oh, someone's run!
Ooh, give me a number, dude. 77. Nightshade. Nightshade's off.
Yeah, I just saw it on the corner of my eye.
Let's see what the leader.
Oh, someone else is off. Number 6, Kaiser.
Number 6 is James.
Oh, sorry, number 12.
Oh.
No, it is number 6. It is James. Yeah, James is off in the gravel. He lost the position.
James now P12 here. We'll hop on board with Castells now, right on the backside of MK. Castells now in that BMW. I believe that is a GT4? 3?
That is a GT3.
GT3 car. Joel is GT4. Joel's GT4. Oh, you're not a Cup? Damn, you're shit then. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Seymour in the Camaro unfortunately gets a stop.
Castells and MK down the corkscrew here as Matt goes deep there and is going to, oh my God, absolutely throws the car around. Nippy, we miss you too, man. You missed the league. How have things been? Have the new people been settled in? Yeah, new people settled in. There's a link, dude. Go check that one out. Isn't that crazy? We got merch now. Nuts. As Castells into the pits. Ben DePew now on the backside of James Cummings. This is going to be a great battle. Can't wait to see this one.
The leader, Cecil and Buckley, P1 and P2, both in the pits.
Both into the pits, yep. Rise now up into P1. However, has not pit, obviously. Nice, you guys are advancing really fast. Yeah, we're blessed. Very solid support from all 464 members. So we're very excited to have each and every one of them in there, and we can't thank them enough. So very, very lucky and very happy with how the league's been going for sure. A lot of hard work has paid off. So let's hop on board with two of our admins here, Mr. Joel Price and Matthew K. now. Joel.
Unfortunately, number 22 AF disqualified.
Did disqualify. That's a shame. Oh, wait, just kidding. Ben DePew and James Cummings now the battle of the century here. Coming through the Andretti hairpin of turn 2. James does not get a solid exit out of there. Ben DePew going to try to make a move here on James, and Ben is in that Aston Martin. I believe that's a GT3 car, right? Correct?
These are both GT4s, I believe.
No, James is in the Porsche, I think. The Cup car.
Oh, there's a GT3, sorry, but there's a
baby.
GT3.
Ben right on
too.
the inside and sends it up the inside there of turn 5, and he's going to get that move done. It looks like solid move there from Ben. James, the defending demon, does not pull off the defense there as we're through turn 6 here. We'll hop on
Also,
board with...
shout out
Go ahead.
Jay Green, who's about to pass DeRosa at the rate that he's going at.
Oh, yeah, he is. Jay Green is flying here. Hop on board here as they're coming around through turn 5 here. DeRosa's had a pretty solid race so far. A couple mistakes, which has cost him, but other than that, solid race so far. DeRosa gets away there though. Now 1.1 clear. James now within a second here, coming down through turn 11 here of Ben as he gets a not so great exit out of there. However, we'll look to catch into the draft of Ben DePew down the back straight here. Come is on his front of his window, by the way. Man, what a race so far, Forza. What do you think?
It's been very exciting. I've liked it. Laguna Seca produces good races, so I'm not surprised.
As we're on board here with Cecil and Yip, if you want to call this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of time. Yip still has to pit. But he's done an admirable job of coming back after being stuck behind James and Boba.
Yeah, for sure. We'll hop
So-
inside the car here of Cecil as Yip looks like he's just gonna...
He's going to concede the position.
Oh, he is
yeah.
going to concede the position. Oh, whoop, do the corkscrew here as Yip tries to pull
Oh,
a little bit of a
someone's up,
switch
and
back
one of the
there.
Porsches.
Nope. Cecil gets that
That was
one
Ryan
done.
Hartman. Yeah, they just went past Ryan Hartman, who I believe just lost it on the corkscrew.
Robbie Daniel now
Yeah,
right on the
go ahead.
backside of Mr. Chandler Beeson. I want to say Chad for some reason. Beeson and Daniel now coming through turn 5 here.
Oh, Fizzy Bubblek loses it.
Beeson gets a solid exit coming out of there. Let's see what happens now. Coming down into turn 6 here. Down the Ray Hall straight. We'll hop on the front end here of Robbie Daniel trying to chase down Beeson now down into the corkscrew of turns 7 and 8. And Beeson, ooh, breaks real late there through the corkscrew. And Daniel's off, or Beeson's off. Daniel saves it. So Daniel now up into P13 there as we'll hop on board with Ben Depew on the backside of Mr. Richard Harknett here.
A very major development that I think we might have missed. I believe S. Buckley has actually jumped Cecil, who was the leader.
He has.
For up until now in the pits. I believe that
Wow.
traffic that Cecil had to face made Loudest in the position.
Solid. And DeRosso now up into P3.
Indeed. The rise is coming.
Rise is coming. Rise must have had an accident or something now. DeRosso now coming around through turn 4 here. DeRosso and Rise have had some good battles here. Rise only 0.3 seconds back of him. Coming through turn 5 here, and Rise tries to look up the inside, but pulls out of that one. Both drivers in that Audi. So pretty evenly matched. DeRosso now coming through turn 6 into the Ray Hall straight here. Rise is going to hop behind DeRosso into that draft. That's so powerful. Down that Ray Hall straight into the corkscrew of turns 7 and 8 here. DeRosso looks to get a good exit out of here, and does, and so does Rise. Both drivers very clean through that section there. As we're through turn 9 here, DeRosso gets a really solid exit out of there as well. Rise just sticking to the back of him like glue. However, DeRosso gets a solid exit coming out of turn 10 there now, down into turn 11 as what I want to see here. Ooh, DeRosso now saw good exit out of there. Coming out of turn 11 as we'll look at Cecil trying to chase down Buckley here. This is going to be a solid battle, and Cecil almost loses it there.
Ooh, lost a second on that.
That's sketchy there.
Yep. You guys are getting a little impatient.
And now on the backside of Harknett. I feel like it's been Harknett, James, and Ben Depew the whole race so far. Ben, one of our very, very kind ORL supporters, so shout out to him.
James has got to get past this lapped BMW as well, so he's got to clear that without much trouble.
It's Ben. Yeah, Ben.
Ben Depew.
Yeah.
Ben Depew, yeah.
Ben is...
So, James, 912.
That's Matt. Oh, Rise now right at the backside of...
Matt got disqualified by race control?
What?
I just saw a notification come up. Matt K got disqualified by race control.
Not by me.
I will be back. I'm going to go inquire.
Interesting. All right. Rise now right on the backside of DeRosso. What happened?
Matt disqualified himself.
Oh, disqualified himself. Okay. All right. Oh, DeRosso goes wide there here. Coming through the Andretti hairpin of turn 2. DeRosso's going to cover off that inside here now down into turn 3 here, and does so very well. DeRosso will hold that P3 spot, the last podium position here. As Rise and DeRosso have been battling almost all night. DeRosso goes wide into the dirt there, and Rise is going to go up the inside of him now, coming down into turn 5. DeRosso covers up the inside. Solid defense there from him. However, Rise tries to pull the switchback and cannot do so. Now down into the draft of DeRosso, coming down into turn 6 here. As DeRosso gets a solid exit, and so does Rise here. Now down the Ray Hall straight. Rise is going to try to jump into that draft here. Now coming down into turn 7 and 8 of the corkscrew here. And let's see if both drivers can get a solid exit out of here. DeRosso seems to get a good exit out of there. So does Rise. Rise gets a little bit squirrely coming out of there and loses a couple tenths there. However, coming through turn 9 here, DeRosso, solid exit.
Oh, again. Oh, no.
Cecil still 2 seconds back of Buckley here.
Busy Bubblek with a stop and go penalty.
Busy Bubblek with a stop and go penalty of 30 seconds. Matt K is disqualified, and so is Epp as well.
I believe his race is actually over because he has a yellow indicator light on.
Is Fizzy going to retire from this race? Stay tuned. This will be the last time this man ever runs a cup car, I promise.
Because this idea.
Chat, while we have a little bit of break in action, I would say, just a touch, make sure to join the Discord if you're not already a part of it. If you want to follow us on social media, we do giveaways on there as well as post any updates league related. You guys can do so on that on our Twitter and Instagram. If you want to check out our TikTok as well, that is where we posted the announcement of the ORL merch Rise Now in the draft of Durasso coming down into turn 6. Durasso covers off that inside now. And Durasso seems to get a much better exit out of there down the Ray Hall straight. And I'll get back to what I was saying. Follow those social media. Be sure to do so. And if you want to check out our merch, go ahead and check out our merch at orlmerch.com. Durasso goes deep into the corkscrew. Rise now right on the backside of him. We dropped the merch tonight, and it's really solid. As we're back now down into turn 9 here. Rise only 2/10 in. Durasso now gets a little squirrely and loses it. And now
No, Durasso.
through turn 10, maybe he's just trying to play the game, the chicken game. Now down into turn 11. Let's see if Durasso can get a good draft coming out of here, and possibly.
Hey, Green right on the back of him too.
Jay Green now on the backside of him. Durasso 6/10 back now of Rise. Rise up into P3. That last podium spot as Cecil now 1.3 seconds back from Buckley, so he's looking to try to make a move. As there is currently 10 minutes and 17 seconds left in this race here at Laguna Seca.
I'd like to make a comment.
Yes, sir.
That stop and go was applied by Race Control, aka Matt, who disqualified himself on purpose and thought he was funny. I also have quite a bit of ballast and restrictor on.
Oh, and Rise now off into the wall, and he's spun, and Green barely avoids that, and Durasso now up into P3 here now, and Cecil now right, only 5/10 back of Buckley here with 10 minutes left remaining in this race as they're coming through turn 11 here, down into turn 10, down into turn 11 here. Man, Durasso now clear by 1.8 seconds in. I got you, Fizzy.
Thank you.
Now Cecil 1 second back of Buckley here. Lost a little bit of time now coming through the Andretti hairpin.
Overtaking Fizzy.
Fizzy looks to be pulling over and retiring there. What a shame from one of the co-founders of this league. What a shitter.
It is unfortunate.
0.8. Cecil now 0.8 seconds back of Buckley here. Cecil loses the back end but saves that now coming through turn 4 there. That's going to lose him about a second of time as Jay Green now trying to chase down Durasso in that Porsche here. Coming through the hairpin. He goes a little bit deep there, and Durasso's going to gain some time back there. Jay Green now almost within a second of Durasso here. As this is the closest battle I think there is. Yeah. Cecil's last lap was a 1:24.820, and Buckley's was 1:24.917. So Cecil was almost a tenth faster than him in the last lap. And someone off? Oh no, never mind. I'm tripping. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, someone else off. It is Nightshade in P19.
Jake.
Actually, he might impede Eric right here. Eric's who has Ben Depew not too far. No, he got out of the way.
Green now less than a second to Durasso here. As we have Durasso coming up to some lapped cars. And I believe that is...
He almost spun again.
Castells here. Durasso coming up to Castells. He's... Oh, no. Oh, through the hairpin. Up turn 2. Durasso needs to get past Castells here. And he gets out of the way. Good, solid racing from both drivers as we'll hop on board here with Cecil. Less than a second.
I have to give a random shout out here. I know he was a disaster for most of this race, but Aviera up to P13 cleanly.
Yeah. Solid race from him so far as we're coming through turn 9 here.
Oh, Durasso and Jay. I would hop on Durasso about.
I don't know. Cecil's 0.4 seconds back of Buckley here now coming down into turn 11 here. Solid braking from both drivers as they're out of turn 11 down this start-finish straight as there is currently 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in this race. Cecil on the slipstream draft of Buckley. Buckley
Off
goes
the track.
wide there, off the track. However, gets a solid exit coming through turn 2 of the Andretti
Nightshade gets
hairpin.
out of the way.
Nightshade out of the way. Good solid racing from all three drivers there. Vieira now right on the backside of Robbie Daniel. You were just talking about him, giving him some praise down into turn 6
Yes,
here.
sir. Oh! Oh no! Buckley off the track. Cecil's about to take advantage.
Oh, let's see Cecil and Buckley now.
Oh!
Buckley covers off that inside. Cecil now down into turn 6. Buckley got that position back. Solid racing there from him. Down through turn 6 here, down the Ray Hall straight as Cecil will be in that draft of Buckley. Cecil looks up the inside and breaks real late through the corkscrew and loses it off of there, and he's gonna
Disaster.
lose that spot there as we have James off completely. We'll hop on board here with Green here. Buckley looks like he's gonna be in the clear if nothing crazy happens. Now 1.9 clear of Cecil. Cecil tried to make that dive down the inside of the corkscrew there.
I don't know who else he has to blame but himself. That was a bad
an
dive.
interesting dive for sure. See if DeRosso can hold on to P3 here. As we're sitting at 5 minutes left exactly here. Ooh, DeRosso gets a solid exit coming out of turn 9 there. We'll hop on board here with Castells and Flores here coming through turn 9 as well. No, turn 10. Castells up the inside of
Nice.
Flores here.
Good
Good
move.
solid move there into turn 11. Castells up to P13. Solid move there from Castells in that BMW. As we got Joel. Oh, that was
No,
Joel.
Artur Vieira trying to throw it away. He's fine.
Green now still on the backside of DeRosso. Less than a second separates these two drivers as there's less than 5 minutes left in this race. 4 minutes and 15 seconds going down into turn 5 here. Green's last lap was a 1:26.702. DeRosso with a 1:27 flat exactly. So Green about 3/10 faster than DeRosso that last lap. Two drivers are split by 45 hundredths of their best lap. 1:25.305 for DeRosso and a 1:25.360 for Green. And Green looks to be losing a lot of time coming out of turn 9 there, and DeRosso seems to be making up a lot of his time there. As Cecil now 1.2 back of Buckley.
He's catching back up, but is he going to have enough time?
I'm not sure. Cecil set the fastest lap so far with a 1:24.460, which is 5/10 clear of anyone else. So he's got the pace around here. He needs to drive smoothly as DeRosso is on the backside of Mr. Richard Harknett here in that Porsche. Uh-oh. Cecil now ride the backside of Buckley here. Coming down the corkscrew. Another dive? Nah. He's going to pull out that one. He's not going to make the same mistake as last time. However, goes a little bit deep there. Coming out of the corkscrew. Up turn 8 here. Coming down into turn 9. Cecil now right on the backside of Buckley. 0.5 seconds, half a second. Splits these two drivers with less than 3 minutes remaining in this race. They're probably going to have another lap or two.
A little squirrely coming out of the first turn.
Oh, Green right on the backside of DeRosso coming through the corkscrew here. Oh, wow. DeRosso must have lost some time here. Green right on the backside of him, and we'll hop on his. And let's see if...
Harknett goes off.
Yeah, DeRosso gets good exit coming out through turn 9, through turn 10 here. As we're on the bumper here of John Green down into turn 11 here. Oh, DeRosso goes a little deep here, and this is going to be the chance. Green now right in the backside of DeRosso in his draft here. Green, Porsche, DeRosso in the Audi coming now through turn 1 here. DeRosso's going to cover off that inside smartly. Solid racing defensively from him. However, DeRosso goes a little deep there into turn 2 of the Andretti hairpin now. Gets a good exit out of there coming through turn 3 here. DeRosso gets good rotation of the car there through there. However, so does John Green here now down into turn 4. We'll just stay on board here of the bumper of Green here, trying to chase down DeRosso. I'm trying to keep an eye on Cecil as well, coming down through turn 5 here. We'll hop on board with Cecil and Buckley now. This is going to be the last lap for both drivers coming through turn 11 here. Cecil trying to hop into the draft here in that Mercedes AMG on the backside of Buckley in that Audi.
Yeah, there's a final lap. One last try
for Cecil here. He's probably going to try something crazy knowing his past history. Let's see if he can get something done here. John Green now still on the backside of DeRosso. Can you keep an eye on that one for me?
Yes.
Thank you. Ooh, Buckley gets a really solid exit coming out of turn 3 here, down through turn 4. Your boy Vieira now down in P12. Half a tenth. Or half a second.
Unfortunate.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jay Green almost. Oh, Jay Green goes so wide.
Goes deep now into turn 2. DeRosso's going to pull away a little bit there. Uh-oh. Down the Rahal straight into the corkscrew. Is Cecil going to do something? No, he's going to go wide here and try to get a better exit than Buckley out of here. And oh my God, there's 3 cars.
Oh my, the traffic.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Cecil goes wide there off the track and he's off. And that's going to be your race winner of Mr. Stephen Buckley here now.
Oh my God, Jay Green. What an exit.
Uh-oh. Jay Green now as Buckley will cross the line here and will be your race winner. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, no.
To
too squirrely.
Buckley there. Cecil will cross the line in P2. And this is the battle we all want to see how it finishes. DeRosso in the Audi. John Green in the Porsche coming down through turn 9 there. DeRosso's strong suit into turn 10. Both drivers get a good exit here. Let's see if the exits up turn 11 are good enough to hold DeRosso in that P3 spot. DeRosso gets through that exit and looks to be your P3 of Laguna Seca round 3.
Good job.
Round 3? Yep. So to finish that race, you currently have Steven.
Bill Price gets Castells right at the end.
Ooh. Steven.
Castells out of fuel. Oh no.
Oh no. Stephen Buckley will be your winner of the Mixed Class Mondays Round 3 Laguna Seca in Odyssey Racing League's ACC Sprint Series. Congratulations to Stephen Buckley of Pacific Northwest Sim Sport. In P2, you have Robert Cecil in the Mercedes AMG. P3, you have the own DeRosso from DeRosso's Dumb Racing in the P3 in the Audi. So solid racing from him and John Green now side by side, yelling out the windows. Good racing. John Green in the Porsche in P4. You have David Blythe of Spartan Racing in the Aston Martin, all blacked out matte black in the P5. And then in P6, you got Joe Kaiser in that Porsche. Chris Rise of Rise Competition Audi in the Audi in P7. And then you got Eric Yip in the Porsche in P8. Richard Harknett, one of our own, Boba Fett in P8. It says, I don't know why it says 10 here. P8. Alex Vieira, Robbie Daniel, and Joel Price will round out the top 10. So good racing for everyone. As
McNarsk, who are you?
You want to do do you want to do some interviews?
Sure, but I don't know who just joined.
I don't know. I'll talk.
MC and Soju. Okay. All right, let's grab.
People and I'll just let you do it.
Okay.
Who got me first?
Let's grab. Okay, yeah. I don't know why mine isn't working.
What?
Oh, 1 sec.
There you go. You got fizzy in here.
Hello.
Unfortunate.
Me?
Yes.
No, actually, I had a great time in these cars. I only spun once. I mean, you guys saw me spin a lot, but I started spinning at the end because I was just having a little bit of fun waiting for James to come around. Since I absolutely binned it and got 30 seconds of damage about, I don't know, 15 minutes left in the race. So, yeah,
Nice.
good time. These cup cars are awesome. James hated them.
What was
the
the difference between the GT3 and the Cup cars?
Okay, that GT, the cup
Brian,
cars
these
is
cup
just.
cars are trash.
James hates him. He had a horrible time. You guys should have heard. His wheel was rattling his whole. It was like an earthquake in his building. Honestly, the no trash control, it's so crucial to upshift early, and the snaps of oversteer. In my opinion, the snaps of oversteer are easier to catch without the trash control.
Yeah, you
I
guys
think-
look to be catching
I
a
think-
lot of the snaps.
Yeah,
I think Laguna Seca was probably the worst track to drive a cup car for the first time.
dude, amazing. It was an amazing experience. James is just a shitter.
Hey, I kept up there. I just did not have a good time doing it.
Well, boys.
So you guys should interview Stephen Buckley. I don't know who dragged me in here.
I'm
but-
about to. Good job,
Here we
boys.
go.
Good race.
Yeah, just-
Steven, you're live if you want to interview.
I'm here.
What'd you think? Solid race from you, P1.
Oh, Robert and I had an awesome time. And let me tell you, this league has the best drivers that I've seen in a long time. Let me tell you, the GT4 and other guys, they were awesome. If it wasn't for them, it's just fantastic race.
Well, we appreciate that for real.
Steven, big Forza here, big fan of your battle at the end. A couple of times, Cecil went a little bit across the line. I would not in a bad way, but I mean specifically I'm thinking of the corkscrew. He just ended up sending it across. Did you ever feel that the battle was at times contentious but too far, or was that just hard racing?
Am I being asked that question?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, I
in
can't
layman's
remember.
terms, he sent it up on you a couple of times. Did
Oh,
you ever feel like it was respectable but hard, or did you think it was crossing the line at all?
No. He have to do with he had a. You're talking about Robert. He had a little blackout
Yeah.
there, and he's just too good a driver. He's just wow. It. I was on his butt pretty much most of the race, a lot of the race, and then I think I got ahead of him when I pitted. But other than that, he caught me, and he's so fast. It's just amazing. I just lucked out. Period. Lucky.
It was a solid race for me, a really solid race. We enjoyed watching it, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy the commentary and watching that VOD back on Twitch. It was a fun time calling the race. So congratulations on P1, and we will see you in the next race, my friend.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good night.
I'd say later, buddy.
Joel in here now. Joel,
Hello.
how was your race? What'd you think?
It was good. It was a lot of fun. I'm kind of upset there was only 3 GT4 guys, and a little more upset that you thought I was a cup car. But
I'm sorry.
I shouldn't be upset that you thought I was a cup car because that means I was doing well. So, I mean, I had a good time. I kind of ran away from the other GT4 guys right off the bat, and I was just focused on keeping it consistent and keeping it on the track. I didn't have as much fun in that race as I did in the previous ones, so I suppose I'm gonna go cup car for next week.
Yeah, the cup cars look to give some people trouble, so it looks fun
I
though.
like it. I was enjoying passing people sitting on the side of the sitting in the gravel because they were in the cup car. I'll give it a shot next week.
Or is any questions for Joel here?
Joel, I have to say, fresh livery.
Oh, thank
The shape of the car was throwing me off.
the shape.
I don't know. Yeah, the shape of the car, it looked like an old Ford for some reason. But it was a good race. In my personal opinion, I enjoyed Laguna Seca as a hot lapping track, not necessarily as a racing track. Although, against my own argument, we had good racing tonight. What do you think about Laguna Seca? Is it better as a GT4 track? Is it good for all sorts of racing, or general opinions on how you think the racing should be here?
Um, I enjoy Laguna, especially in a GT3 car, but in a GT4 car, there's absolutely zero downforce, and
Mm.
you just have to slow down so much to make any of those high speed turns, especially right after the corkscrew. It's not fun, but it feels like I'm driving the M2. Um, as far as speed wise, and these GT3 guys are just blowing past, which that's part of it. Um, but it's
Okay,
GT4 track. I'll
I
say
like
that.
that. That is all I have for Joel.
Alrighty, Joel. Well, we appreciate you, and I'm going to go ahead and close this out here. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the official Odyssey Racing League Twitch channel for the ACC Sprint Series Mixed Class Mondays, Round 3 at Laguna Seca. Next week for Round 4 is going to be at... Someone tell me. Do we know? Okay. Anyone? Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you guys that. So our Twitch schedule for this week, tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern time, we have our F1 series, America's Tier 1 around Spa in Belgium. And then Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, we have our America's Tier 2 in the F1 series around Belgium as well, around Spa. Thursday night, you got your ACC doubleheader that everyone looks forward to. At 8 p.m. Eastern time, you got Tier 2 of the ACC GT3 Sprint Series, which is around, you guessed it, Belgium, Spa again. And then 10 o'clock, at rounding out the doubleheader, you have, at 10 p.m. Eastern, you have the Tier 1 GT3 Sprint Series around Spa as well. Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, you have your F1 Series EU Tier 1 around Spa, I believe. I think they're going. Yeah, they're on Spa as well. So we got a whole week of Spa. So everyone be ready. Saturday we don't have anything on Saturday. Sunday night we will start off our, I believe, right? Is that what we're starting? Yeah, Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, we'll be starting our GT4 Sprint Series, and that is going to be around, what's the first track there? Yeah, oh, okay. Scheduled TBD or TBA. So that's basically a week in the next mixed class on next Monday is going to be around Hungary. I really like watching that track around the Hungaroring. So everyone be sure to tune in for all of those streams. That's a week in the life of the ORL Twitch channel. So everyone, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Big shout out to our partners at Track Titan, Rogue Energy, as well as Esports Furniture. Be sure to join the Discord here. I'll link it in the chat. Join the Discord and go under the information tab under the league partnerships, and you can get your codes there. Yeah, Beta, I did that on purpose. So yeah, big shout out for simracing.gp for hosting all of our ACC races, including our endurance series, which is on Saturdays. If endurance racing interests you, you can go ahead and check us out on the Discord that I linked. If you want to follow us on social media, we do giveaways and other things that will be league related as far as updates go and whatnot. Our link tree is right there in the chat, and as well as our merch that we just dropped tonight that I'll spam in the chat because we're all excited about it. Be sure to go check out the orlmerch.com and grab yourself some ORL merch. And we will see you guys tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern for the F1 series. Thank you and have a good night.